Hello, this is a demonstration of my database for Systems Design Business Computing Year 2 at Athlone Institute of Technology. In this video, I'll be demonstrating my login, my menu, and my forms. Firstly, when the user opens the database, the first thing they see is the login form due to this autoexec macro, which basically tells the database to open the login form upon execution of the database file. The way the login works is through this login macro and this users form and this users table. First, I created a users table and put in username and password, which will be the valid ones. I created a form based on that, and then the macro will check if the username and password entered in the login form is equal to username and password in the users form, and if so, it will allow the user to go to the menu. If not, it will tell the user they've entered an invalid username and password. Firstly, I'll demonstrate an invalid username and password to show how the form works by telling them that they've entered an invalid username and password through message box. Next, I'll enter a valid username and password. And as you can see, it takes you to the menu. From here, you can navigate to Forms, Queries, Advanced and Concatenated Queries, Reports, and the Admin Only tab, which I'll cover in a few minutes. But first, I'm going to demonstrate my forms, and the form I'm going to focus on is the assignment form. The layout of each form is the same. The navigation is down at the bottom, and the functions that can be performed with the form is to the side. I'll now add a new record to demonstrate the validation rules and input masks. We're going to give them an ID of 210. And here's an input mask. This ensures that the date is entered in the desired format. We'll give them a duration of 400 days. Location Dublin. Conference. You can take that out. What the value entered must be either conference or meeting. So if I enter another value, it'll tell me the entry must be either conference or meeting. Similarly, if I leave it empty, it'll tell me that I must enter a value and it must be either conference or meeting. So I'm going to give this a value of conference, and we'll give it amount charge of 301. Difficulty level will be moderate. Again, this is similarly to the category. It must be the value specified here. The same thing will happen if you don't do that. And the data here is taken from tourist and translator form, which basically gives the user the options rather than having them to type it in to ensure they don't make a mistake. And I'm going to save this record, and that's saved. And as you can see, it comes up down here in the assignment table. And now I'll delete the record. And as you can see, the data is deleted. Now I'll go back to the menu and go to the Admin Only tab to display how this works. To enter this, you must be an admin, and you need the required password. If I enter the wrong password, it'll tell me invalid password. This form is available to the admin only. But if I enter the correct password, which is 1995, it'll take me to the users form. And the way that this button works is through CodeBuilder, which I'll show you. And basically, it checks that the password entered is 1995, and if it isn't, it'll tell them that the password they entered is invalid, and if it is valid, it'll take them to the user's form. So back to the user's form. In the user's form, you can add a new user, you can delete the current user, or you can navigate through the users. I'm going to add a new user now. And save it, and go back to the users table, and that should come up here. And now if I use that as a login, just make sure it's correct. Yep. And hit login. That'll bring me to the menu. So that's a new valid user. Similarly, I can delete that user. If I go back to the users form again, hit OK, brings the users form. I can delete that user, and that user will no longer be a valid username and password. So that concludes this video. In the next video, I'll focus on queries and reports. Thanks for watching.